Automotive journalist Jeremy Cato, our guest. You can read him in the Globe and Mail. How often do you write in the Globe?
Well, I write about 5 articles a week for the Globe, so I blog a couple of times a week, and then the, you know, if you go to the Globe Drive website, you know, there's new stuff every day. The biggest automotive website in the country now, and also just won the Editor and Publisher Award for the best automotive website in North America.
Congratulations.
So I've just done my plug. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's a good plug, and congrats. And that means you can buy a new Mercedes 2012 S350.
Well, you know, I mean...
Does it?
No, you know, I'm not making 100 grand. I'm not spending money on 100 grand cars. But you know, I mean, look, you know,
it's a diesel.
Yeah, well, one of the things you're seeing with the big automakers is that all automakers is they have to meet fuel economy rules that are getting pretty tough. By 2016, you know, you're looking at you know, 40 mile per gallon averages for the fleet, basically, and so. Big automakers have to have vehicles that are fuel efficient, so you're seeing 6-cylinder diesels. Mercedes is, you know, probably going to have a 4-cylinder S-Class diesel eventually, and like gas-electric hybrids. I mean, if you see, I brought this little prop here because this is my iPhone that tells me the status of my Nissan Leaf. You can see there, it'll take 4 hours and 30 minutes to recharge my Leaf. If I drove a Leaf electric car down here today.
Oh.
And I've got 49 kilometers of range.
And that's connected to your iPhone.
Yeah.
So where are you going to plug that little Leaf in?
Well, last night I
Here
plugged
at
it
the
in.
Shaw?
I could, but last night I plugged it in the outdoor outlet in front of my house.
And that's all it takes?
Yeah.
Like if we had an outdoor outlet, I bet we do, somewhere in the Shaw Tower, you just plug it in.
Yeah. Now you'd have to worry.
Are you allowed?
Well,
will our bill go up?
I wouldn't draw enough energy for you to notice. Although if you know, if there were 100,000 Leafs plugged in all over the city of Vancouver, then you probably want to.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out how this electric thing is going to work.
Well,
you know?
It's not going to work because the infrastructure isn't there, and these will remain niche products, 1% of the market for the next 20 years.
So hybrids more than electric?
Yeah. Well, I mean, my Nissan Leaf test vehicle, when I picked it up yesterday morning, had a 160 kilometer indication range in it for the day, for the battery pack. I drove around, did errands, went out to my house, blah, 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 blah. By the time I got home last night at 8 o'clock, I had 9 kilometers of range left in my, and the thing was warning me, low battery, low battery.
Right.
So if you have a lot of errands to do and you run around and you live in typically a kind of a suburban world that a lot of families, electric car is not going to do it for you.
No. What about these batteries? Are these lithium-ion batteries?
Lithium-ion, yes, yeah, which are, you know.
They can be a little volatile, can't they?
Well, last week, and I wrote a blog entry about this, you know, General Motors found out about this, the consequences of that. The U.S. government crash test vehicles, and one of the tests that they have is they'll let the crash test vehicles sit around for a week to see what happens. And they crash tested a Volt and they let it sit around for a week, and it caught fire. I mean, this is I wrote about this. I think this is kind of a silly test, because if I crash test an electric car, I'm immediately taking it into the dealer and say, crash an electric car. Check my battery pack to make sure it's fine. Or if I crash test a gasoline-powered car, and I thought for a second I had a gas leak, I'd definitely take it in. So I think it's an unfair test, but this is what we're seeing now. As electric cars come on the market, people are asking them to do things that we don't really know how to ask the questions
Exactly, and what happens when you get hit in an electric car as opposed to what happens when you get hit, same hit, in a gas car.
So your question is it safe? Yes, they are safe in crash tests, no question about it. Check it out if you have an electric car. Have it checked by the dealer. Where do you plug it in? Well, in downtown Vancouver, there are no plug-ins for electric cars. If we were in Edmonton, it wouldn't be so bad because there's plug-ins for the heaters. The heaters,
because your tires are square and it's 30 below, wind chill factor 40.
That's right. Don't you say, come on, we've all done that.
I don't miss that.
No, not at all. And so where do you plug them in? Where do you? I charged my car for 8 hours last night. I still only drove away this morning with 110 kilometers of range.
Well, and to think, you have to remember to charge your cell phone and your computer and this and that. Is too much charging. BMW 1 Series, is that the smaller one?
Yeah, so there are incentives on this. Now for the TV, this is the M Coupe, super powered.
That looks fancier.
Supercharged. For the TV show, we were in Germany when I test drove this thing, and the camera guy said to me, can you lay down some rubber? You know, it's a pretty fancy car. You know, make a good shot. And I said, okay. And so I did. I left a beautiful tire patch. You know, turned the traction control right on top of a bus stop. So the tire marks.
See, you didn't get arrested. And
it's so rude.
I bet you can do wheelies too and
well,
donuts.
I could certainly drift that puppy. I could.
So what was that car? That was not that was the
Series
one.
M Coupe.
It was. What price?
That is about 50 grand. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, but very
I was
fast.
going to put it on my list, but obviously it's up the scale.
Oh, well, Shaw's doing fine, you know.
Shaw's doing fine. Yeah, that's true.
You know, maybe you can get some kind of global thing going with Shaw. And, you know,
maybe that'd be nice, like put the Shaw sign on the car.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out.
Tacky,
Lincoln Hybrid, you say good deal?
Yeah, well, look, this is one of the most refined hybrids I've driven. I mean, gasoline electric hybrid, and the list price is around almost 40 grand, but Ford has about $8,000 worth of incentives on this the last time I checked. So in the low 20s, I mean, to me, if you want an environmental car that's not going to be a compromise for you, this is a great choice.
And it's smiley. The Mini Cooper Countryman, always a cute little car.
Well, I mean, this is
all-wheel drive.
Yeah, it's a fun ride. You know, it's like a little mini sport utility vehicle. You know, I mean, that's your Whistler car, right?
Yes,
I mean,
of course it is.
Fun little.
Unless I go up to Whistler, my Passat.
Well,
I like Passats. They last long.
The Passat is and this is the diesel one, which is the one I would buy because, you know, I mean, I think the grille on that is really ugly. I was going to say something ugly, but I didn't.
Something else.
But you know, that thing is selling lights out, and you can get. It's the only family-size, mid-size sedan out there with the diesel engine, and that is certainly, if you live in Cloverdale and you're commuting into Vancouver, or you've got your place up in a Sawyers or the Okanagan, that's your choice. Get a diesel.
And so it is.
Yeah.
Nice
Merry
to
Christmas,
see you.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to you already. Happy holidays, all of that. Jeremy Cato.